They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. All day. All day.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Hines. They'll have a first down past the 40. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Check 50. Check 50. Check. Fresno.
Prescott on 1st down. Looking for Campbell downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it with Mack, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Shift, shift. Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge.
Watson just beating the play clock. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Set. 19. Check. 53's Mike. Not today, you are. Not today.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
Check. Watch out. Check 54. Mike 54. Watch twist.
To the air yet again, Watson. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Hey, eat.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Watch safety creep.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Matt. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the ground, it's Mack. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. Well, now what do? Do you run it again? Didn't have success there, or do you throw it?
Yeah, I think in play action right now. Fake it and get a quick pass to your favorite receiver and just try and gain some yardage and help out your punter.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Come on. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. I got him.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
He don't know no better. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Here we go.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And an alley to run.
Let's go, fellas.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get by.
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead now moves to 9-7.
Makes the score Texans 9, Colts 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Mack.
Kill. Turn up.
It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here we go. Watching you 5.
Here I come. Check 3. Switch it. Switch it.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. DeAndre Carter's deep for the Texans. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Okay, double up. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Motion. Reset.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's bring it.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
He's moving, boys, he's moving.
Hey, one set. Check.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
We're set. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Tighten up. Pull it together. 53's the Mike. 50.
They'll try the air now with Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career. And why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry,
who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and a yard at the 48-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
3 buzz.
Watson with a give to Miller. The 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Watson now to throw. Being chased out left. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Deshaun Watson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans push further out in front. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check. Crunch. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Watch the ship. Hey.
Here we go, 47.
Pick the edge.
26.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Kill.
Don't let him breathe. Play that time.
3rd and long for Prescott. Dancing to his... Oh, Prescott stripped. And the Texans scoop it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Oh, that's me.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
Reset. 19.
53 is the mic. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
This is fielded at the goal line. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Just
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, tight.
From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Colts take over.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now he's going to go deep down the left. It got his man complete. A huge play that time for the Colts. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Prescott from the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Check 26, check 26. Switch, switch. Check. Mike, check 33.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready? He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. 47. 25, check 25, check 25. 26. Hey, check Mike, 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the
23-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch the run. Safe. Get it down. My 52.
3rd and 2, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's kept the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Here's Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
52's the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me. 59. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Watch the run. They're running it.
Watson looks to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Alert. You go night-night. Some go night-night.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Night-night.
26. Check that.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Watch quick.
Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19, and he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go. 6, bullet, pow. Shoot. Motion.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Christian McCaffrey, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
A run by Mack to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I don't think you got it, son.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Prescott. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 26.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Mike, reset. 19. Here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tackles, tackles.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, 59. Check, Mike.
Throwing on third down, Watson. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Hey, watch the right. Watch the right. Check, 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 check. Check. Hey, 47. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Check 31. Check 31.
Go, go, go. Get out there, get out there. Here we go, 46, 46. Orbit. 26.
4th down, Prescott. It's complete, swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
53. Bring it. Bring it. You go tight.
On 1st down, it's Miller. Lamar Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Going to 53.
Mike 5-5.
1st down, Prescott. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
Yeah. Shift.
Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Colts on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Hines. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Strong right. 4 down. Check 43. Jam him. Jam.
Prescott to throw it. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Check 9. Joker. Here go 46.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 19. Prescott down. Looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Take 4. Hey, switch gear. 24.
After the interception, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Mike, 53. Mike.
He runs. Switch.
Hatchet. Back.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Going deep for Hopkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Check the backer.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Reed. And an alley to run. He's got daylight. And this will be a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Going to 54. Wide 80.
Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard